once again I am a child. I let go of everything that I...
What is the deal, beautiful people? My name is Ramon. This is Lifestyles Defined. And on this channel, we rock out to technology all day, every day. Let's talk about Apple and the madness with the keyboard. So this is something that is, I don't know, it's not a big deal to me because I don't use MacBooks or MacBooks Pro. Apple can fuck off with that. I always think that the price on these things is, even as well designed as they are, is just always like astronomical. But there's a subset of the millennial who think that Apple can do no wrong, and I love it when shit like this happens. I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, and I just feel good. It's feel good news to me. So what we have here is Apple and all of their pride and hubris stood up on a stage and presented a solution to a problem no one had. They came up with this new butterfly mechanism keyboard, super thin. You're gonna love the travel, and it's 4 times more durable than regular keyboards, and it's 4 times better to type on, and it allows us to get the laptop X amount of percent slimmer. All this crazy shit, and people ate it up. They went out and spent it $3,500, $4,000, whatever these ridiculous prices were for MacBook Pros, and then it started happening. The Apple farms. Hey, my keyboard isn't working. Hey, my keyboard isn't working either. I thought it was just me. Wait a second, guys. My P key also doesn't work. What am I supposed to do? So people started to, rile each other up. They go down to the Genius Bar, and the Genius Bar says, well, I don't know what you did, but clearly it's you, not me. And the cost to fix this thing was $700. And so it went for a while, and then there were two class action lawsuits going on. So somewhere along the line, Apple came out and said, okay, whew, you got me. So they moved the keyboard for these MacBook Pros with the butterfly madness under the Apple Care. So instead of you spending $3,000 on a laptop, then having to turn around and spend $700 to fix the keyboard, it was now a free repair. The culprit seemed to be dust, and any little bit of dust that would get under the keys would sort of cause mayhem. Okay, fine. So I think everything is okay, except I ran across this, someone pinged me and said, yo, are you paying attention to what's going on with Apple and this keyboard stuff? I'm like, no, not really. I was like, so what are we talking about? The fact that they're charging people, and then he go, well, yeah, that was part of it, but also the new quiet mode. The keyboards on the new MacBook Pros are more quiet. So I said, wait a minute, what are you talking about? So Apple came out very quiet. They released a big spec bump to the new MacBook Pros. And it turns out that one of the changes that they made was they made the keyboard more quiet. Like, well, this is interesting. Who the fuck is complaining about a noisy keyboard on a laptop? So this is the second encounter with the who's asking for this when it comes to this keyboard thing. I will never argue that the MacBook keys of old were gold. That chitlick style keyboard, or that island style keyboard, I always thought was super dope. In fact, the only thing that ever came close to it on the PC side was Lenovo keyboards. So I always thought Apple was way ahead on that, and then they went and screwed with it. I was like, okay, well, that didn't turn out too good, but whatever. Hopefully they dialed it in. Now they're screwing with it again. So when I went and looked, okay, so what makes it quiet? Like, what are they even talking about? So there's some silicone that they put around the key somewhere. They say that kind of keeps noise out. I'm like, well, that's a lot of work to keep noise out on something that wasn't noisy in the first place. After some foreign diving, what it seems is that piece of silicone that's in there is not to keep noise out. It's to keep dust out. And why this is important, because Apple still has some open lawsuits, and they are or about the keyboard, and they will not come out and say, hey, we fixed the keyboard, the dust problem in the new keyboard. Because if you do that, then the lawyers are gonna, wait, what did you say? And then you gotta give in and you gotta pay out. So this is something pretty interesting. It's not always easy to catch Apple in these type of things. But I thought this was an amusing one. It definitely made me smile. I know a lot of people out there who are affected by this keyboard issue. Even the Mac loyalist, the keyboard's not too bad. It's just that problem where the N key doesn't work. Well, then the keyboard is bad, is it not? So a lot of these people themselves were experiencing frustrations, but I thought it was kind of laughable at how Apple managed to get around it. But I guess it's okay because they did the right thing in the end. They threw it under Apple Care and people can get on with life. But if you've been affected by this, let me know. How do you perceive this quiet keyboard thing that's happening with the new MacBook Pro keyboards? And if you enjoyed this video, here are 2 more recommendations for you from the channel. Speaking of the channel, right in the middle, you've got that subscribe button. Click that, rock out with your boy. My name is Ramon, and I'm out of here. Peace.